Yo, what's going on, guys? EmSwizzle here, and today I'm bringing you quite some news for the Animal Crossing series and what it may hold for us. I think Nintendo is finally listening to us, and I'm loving it. Alright, so you may or may not know, there has been a recent rumor stating that Series 5 Animal Crossing Amiibo cards are on their way. Yes, I am not mistaking my words here. There is a 103 space gap in between Amiibo tags, making room for a nice 100 new Amiibo cards, possibly including Raymond, Sherb, Judy, and all the new villagers and NPCs in New Horizons, and maybe even 3 new figures. So today, I'll be covering all the Amiibo juice, and not only that, but I have a mighty prediction about a brand new Animal Crossing spin-off, and let me just tell you, this theory is quite likely in my eyes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into all the Animal Crossing news with Amiibos and a potential new spin-off game. So as our first topic, let's talk about these Series 5 Amiibo cards. So let me go into more depth on the evidence that this is truly confirmed. So if you did not know, each Amiibo figure has their own code or tag that is read by the Nintendo Switch, 3DS, or Wii U, obviously depending on which one you are using. Now with the Cat, Mario, and Peach being sold recently, the codes of those Amiibos translated into decimal form are 934 and 935. Now every Amiibo goes up by one number, of course, and then after that, the next code was found 1039. This means that there is a gap of 103 new Amiibos that are not announced yet. Now, the big gap is, basically referring to Amiibo that are going to be released very, very soon, which is why there's that gap, but the other 103 have not been announced yet. I would think that 100 of them will be Amiibo cards, and it would save the other 3 for new Animal Crossing Amiibo figures. I'm really confident in all this happening, and it's really only a matter of time until this actually gets announced. We could see an update trailer soon, so this is not unlikely. Now let's talk about who will be featured in the Series 5 set of Amiibo cards. Now obviously, the Animal Crossing fanbase has been demanding Raymond, Sherb, Judy, and all new villager Amiibo cards. And I can assure you, if there are new cards coming to the series, there will 110% be cards of Raymond in all of them. Now, as to how people are going to get them, that's a different story. But this could really be the most hype launch of Animal Crossing so far. I think that this is more likely than some of you guys think, because I mean, what else is going to have a 103 space gap through Amiibos? Even if there are no new figures, which would make it 100 new Amiibos, that is still a ton. Maybe there are only 100 new Animal Crossing Amiibos and 3 figures yet to be announced for another series, but who knows? I don't. Now, here's the thing that we really need to talk about, and that is, how does Nintendo plan on selling these cards? They're gonna sell it in seconds. So we all know how the Sanrio launch went. Let's not talk about that. We all know how the Build-A-Bear launch went. Let's also not talk about that. So what are the chances of this being sold right? I'd honestly rather them announce these cards next year, but have enough cards for everyone to be able to get at least one. I'm not even joking. We do not feel like dealing with scalpers again, and if Nintendo makes enough cards, this can stop the scalpers. I mean, if they do not consistently restock these cards, all I'm going to say is get prepared for $100 Raymond cards on eBay. Please no one buy those scalp cards, it's just not worth it. Hopefully, if we get Series 5 Amiibo cards, we can get the other series of Amiibo cards restocked as well. Those have been out of stock for quite a while now. Alright, one last thing before we get into the spin-off juice that you clicked on this video for. If we do get these new Amiibo cards and it covers all the new villagers, is there going to be a point in going villager hunting anymore? Now, of course, there will be for the people who don't have the cards, but for someone who does have all the cards, what is the point in hunting anymore? There is none. Villager hunting will still be done by millions of players, do not get me wrong, but it's just ruined for those who have all the Amiibos, so that's just one thing that comes to mind. Now, for my favorite part of the video, and I'm telling you, this is 100 times better than getting new Amiibos. Alright, so while the Amiibos are semi-confirmed, what I'm about to say is not confirmed by anybody except for me, and that is a new Animal Crossing spin-off. Allow me to explain. So if we do end up getting those new Animal Crossing Amiibo cards, and they do add NPCs into that series, what are we going to do with them? With the normal villagers, we can scan them into the campsite and move them into the island. And these series 1 to 4 cards are usable in older Animal Crossing games as well. Now we all know that Nintendo is not going to add any more updates to New Leaf, Happy Home Designer, or any of the previous games that worked with Amiibo. Those games are finished and will not receive any more updates. So in each and every single Amiibo card pack, there is one NPC. So hear me out. Where, I mean absolutely, where are we supposed to use the New Horizons NPC cards? We cannot use them in the older games, and as of right now, you certainly cannot use them in New Horizons except for Harvest Island, which doesn't do a whole ton. It gives you the poster, but that's about it. So that's why I think that we will be getting a Animal Crossing New Horizons spin-off for the Switch sometime, I'm guessing 2022 or 2023. Also, another piece of evidence to back this up is in 2022 and or 2023, fans are going to be super eager to play some more Animal Crossing games, and this is such a perfect time to add in a spin-off. I would absolutely love it, and considering that New Horizons sold so well, and there are so many new players, I think that a new spin-off would actually do well this time around. So guys, that is what I think about the Amiibo leaks and a potential spin-off. Let me know what you guys think about the Amiibo leak, and if you agree with me on the spin-off idea. I've not heard anyone else speak about the spin-off idea, and before this Amiibo news even came out, you guys probably know I've been dying for a new spin-off. Happy Home Designer is probably in the top 3 for my favorite Animal Crossing games of all time, believe it or not. Anyways guys, that is all for the video today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe. I post Animal Crossing content every single day. And like the video if you guys are excited for the new Amiibo and possible spin-off. Comment down below the word spin-off if you are still watching this way. We can confuse the people who do not stick around all the way to the end. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
I cut her off when I say that we're done, but I say that we're done every day. Don't want me back, but you keeping me rough. You tell me what you want from me. You was so 50 years, you really with me, cause I can be gone in a day. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?